College Football 27 Dynasty Tier List. Yeah, I mean, we did this 2 years ago. It was fun. A lot of people actually use that tier list as like a guide. We got some new schools since that last video, and we got some new schools going into this year too, so that should be a lot of fun. And we're going to rank it based on the fun factor of like a dynasty, because like the good schools, unless you do like some sort of restriction to it, is going to be a bad dynasty team to do because it's too easy. Hard factor, fun factor, kind of all jumbled together to make this tier list. So let's start off with Air Force. Air Force is a weird one, man. Now, sometimes these military academy schools have fun jerseys, right? So like Air Force jerseys, and we're kind of just assuming these jerseys in 26 are going to move over to 27. Ooh, Air Force got some nice jerseys. I do like how these, the academy schools have like different fun alternates. Not a lot of options though, I think, right? Good looking jerseys is always nice. Mountain West is like, you know, not that good of a conference, especially they've lost some teams now to the Pac-12. I like Air Force, and obviously we could always change these up as we go. I think we're putting Air Force in A tier. That's a fun little rebuild, especially like, I know we're not talking about like restrictions you could add to yourselves, but like maybe you can add a restriction and kind of recruit it as like an academy school, you know? I think Air Force, maybe B. Maybe I'll go B. That's like a nice start there. We'll go B tier for Air Force. Akron up next. Akron is bad. There should be a 1-star prestige, or I've heard there might be 0 stars this year too. Akron, I mean, take a look at their jerseys real quick. I mean, they're fine. Wow, do they not really have that many? Wow. That's it for Akron jerseys in this game? Ah, man, this is a weird one because, like, the jersey options are so bland in this. I almost want to put them in C tier because, it'd be a fun rebuild. It'd be a tough rebuild with them being in Ohio, putting in the MAC. But those jersey options, unless they're adding more next year, that's bad. C tier. Alabama, too good. Maybe they do need a little bit of a rebuild soon. Nah, they're too good. F. I think it won't be a fun rebuild. You could win the Natty in the first year without trying, probably. Dude, last year in 26, I swear DJ Lagway transferred to Alabama in every single dynasty I did. When, you know, and obviously DJ Lagway was good in the game last year. We'll see about this year. App State's a fun one. I want to say they have pretty solid jerseys. I mean, I feel like it's hard to mess up black. These yellows are interesting. Black jerseys, white jerseys. I mean, nothing crazy, I would say. A little helmet. A little different helmet. Okay. 5 and 6. They had a game canceled last year. Maybe a hurricane. I like App State. Do I like him next to Air Force? Putting it like this, I almost want to put Air Force in A. Arizona, 9-game winners. They still have Fifita there, right? I know he's like 5'8", but I think Noah Fifita is still there. I guess it's like, are they going to continue to be good after Noah Fifita? It's just, I think they're going to be too good year one. 9-game winners last year. We'll put them in D because I think it's like a more interesting team than Alabama, but like not by that much. I want to say Arizona State's probably in that same boat. I want to say Arizona State's got some pretty nice jerseys. Yeah, the black jerseys are nice. Yeah, it's a good look, man. It's a good look. One thing I want to check is if they reloaded at all. Yeah, look at their roster. A lot of transfers. Who knows who's starting at quarterback? Cutter Boley or Mikey Keene is the dude. Okay, I might change my mind with this. I think I changed my mind. We'll put him in C. This team might actually be kind of bad. Up next, we have Arkansas. Ryan Silverfield, now the head coach of Arkansas. SEC is tough. They're not one of the top tier SEC teams. Not even close to being a top tier SEC team. I want to say they were the worst team in the SEC. They might have been one of the worst teams in the country last year. Yeah, 2-10, 0-8 in the conference. For a Power 5 school, Power 6, whatever you want, conference school, this is a massive rebuild. So, I think these are fun. These could be fun in a different way. I think we go B, man. I think we go as high as B with Arkansas. Maybe even A. Because trying to win in the SEC is tough. Especially if you're already bad. I think an Arkansas rebuild could be a lot of fun. And I think it's one of the best power schools that you could potentially choose. Yeah, I kind of like the look of the white Arkansas jerseys. They're not bad. Solid look. All white doesn't look bad. Ooh, they don't have a lot of jersey options, though. Just for the lack of jerseys, they're down to B. But I think it is one of the best. If you strictly don't care about the jerseys, rebuild only, I think that's an A tier school for college football 27. Arkansas State's one of those I never really know what to do with. They won 7 games last year, but in the Sun Belt, like, whatever. These are kind of cool. They're not bad. The jerseys aren't bad. I kind of like them. Ooh, these chromes are crazy. I think they're nothing wild. Take a look at Arkansas State's unofficial roster on Our Lads. They don't have a quarterback or starting tight end. What is that? They don't have a starting left tackle. What is this? Yeah, it could be a fun rebuild. I think, God, this is where I kind of want to move Arizona State back down, but I think this is about right. Army should be probably right up with Air Force. Let's take a look at the jersey. The Service Academy schools usually, like I said, with Air Force should have decent jerseys. So these are something. Okay. I gotta say, so far, not as good as the Air Force jerseys. We are putting them in B. Auburn, man, this is a weird school to rank. Obviously, new head coach. Look at this, guys. Every single player, except for their running back, right now listed as a starter is a transfer. Yeah, I think Auburn's gonna be too good, but obviously, like, it is still technically a rebuild because they sucked last year. So yeah, Ball State. The jersey options are not that crazy. If I'm knocking Akron for the lack of jerseys, I think we probably knock Ball State for the lack of jerseys. Baylor's going to come down to how good DJ Lagway is in this game. Because DJ Lagway was really, really good, especially in Sim. Like, Baylor jerseys, yeah, they've got some nice jerseys, man. they got some fun jerseys. I think they got to be in D tier just because I think they're going to make DJ Lagway too good. All 3 of these D tier schools so far are just, the QBs just might be too good in year 1. It's kind of what it is. But after that, it's like, it could be interesting. Boise State in the new Pac-12. Do we give a boost for the new conference? I think we kind of have to. Good jersey colors. They have the big Bronco helmet too, right? A lot of options, by the way. They have so many jerseys. Wow. Bunch of jersey options for Boise State. Brand new conference in the Pac-12, or I guess the return of the Pac-12, but they're in a brand new conference. I think they've almost got to be bottom B, and it's only because they get the boost for Pac-12, and like the return of the Pac-12 is kind of fun. Talk about a bad power conference team. BC, I believe they won 2 games last year. They have this one, the bandana jersey. Yeah, these are nice. I think they're a solid B. ACC is like not as strong of a conference as SEC. They're going to be it's an uphill climb. You're going to probably get smoked by Miami the first year if they play. BC's final game of the season is Miami. They also played Notre Dame. That's a brutal rebuild you're going to be on. But that's the fun of it, right? You want the tough stuff. So Bowling Green sometimes is a hot take for people because I've heard some people say they absolutely hate the color scheme of Bowling Green. It is the Browns color scheme. I'm a Ravens fan, but I think they're like better. Although the Browns jerseys now aren't that bad, but it is the Browns color scheme. But I think it's like it works. To me, it works. They are bad. They're at least an A for now. Tough to recruit in Ohio, right? Being in Ohio, you're going to recruit against Ohio State. Akron was kind of the big thought about that too. Akron's jersey just fucking blows, so that's why we ranked them a C. I think they're a solid A. They might be an S. Difficulty and fun factor in a rebuild, they might be S. Could be a really fun team. I think I've thought about using them as a dynasty before too. Buffalo, I believe I ranked in S tier the last time we did this also. These are just very, very good looking jerseys. I think the only reason I didn't use these guys is because somebody else used them as a dynasty series. So trying to recruit in Buffalo can't be fun. I think their tier is not that high either. Yeah, we get snow games. Yeah, the weather. They changed the weather system and all that. Yeah, I think Buffalo is an S tier team. It's the ultimate rebuild team, I think. BYU, I don't think there's many arguments for me to put him in F tier. They're just too good. Bachmeier's like a sophomore too, right? So he's going to be there for at least 2 more years. I want to rank Cal high, but I think Cal, surprisingly, is probably going to be a little low just because I think JKS is too good. But also, the other factor is lefty QBs in the game last year was kind of not fun to use. We had JKS in our dynasty, I want to say, at one point. But he should be good. They also have they got Ian Strong there now too, huh? Also, yeah, they get a penalty for being in the ACC as a California school. How dare you? Again, D tier's got the theme of the quarterback's just too good. Like, could be a fun rebuild, but the quarterback's just too good. Chippewas, Central Michigan Chippewas. I think they're like super mid, aren't they? Man, some of these like non-power schools have like it's either they have a bunch of jerseys or they got like 3 jerseys, and that's it. I think I like him top of C, though. I like him other than these guys. I don't really like him as much. It's weird because, like, Boise State being this high for me is kind of weird now. Pac-12 just coming back is why I'm ranking him a little bit higher. I'm okay with that. I'm insta throwing Charlotte into S tier. They are dog shit. They do usually have pretty decent looking jerseys. Dude, I didn't even know they had these jerseys. Oh, these are nice. Yeah, easy S tier for Charlotte. I don't even think it's like an easy recruiting because Carolinas are going to be tough. 1-11, yeah, I told you. I didn't even have to look. The dog shit team. They had a nice little run of S tier teams. Cincy. Ooh. They lost their quarterback. We don't got to talk about what he's been gambling on or anything. I think they're kind of whatever. They won 7 games last year, 7-6. They're kind of whatever. I know they're a power conference team, but recruiting against Ohio State in Ohio's got to be tough. I'm okay with that. Clemson almost wanted to insta put them in F, but they were not that good. And they lost a lot of players, didn't they? Are you going to do it the Dabo way where you don't bring in any transfers too? That's got to be a video. Clemson rebuilt with no transfers. The Dabo way. I think he's actually brought in some transfers now. This might be the first D-tier team where it's not because they have a good quarterback, but it's because they kind of suck last year. But their receivers are so good, too, though. They got some good receivers. They got good players. I think they still got to be F. Oh, man. I don't think, like, C makes any sense. Their prestige is going to be pretty high still. I'm going to put them in F. Probably not going to get a lot of complaints there from anybody. Coastal Carolina probably should insta S. They're also kind of a whatever team. Fun factors. It also depends on if you like these. Because some people hate the teal field. I think the teal field isn't like that too much out there to the point. Like, there's other colored jersey. Like, honestly, Boise, I might throw them down to C now because I just remembered how awful it is to play on the blue field in the game. I just remember. I'm like, oh yeah, the blue field is terrible to look at. The teal is not bad, and they got good jerseys. I've used Coastal multiple times in the past because they are fun. And again, it depends on if you like the teal field or not, but I like them. Colorado. Where do we rank Colorado? They might be up to like here. B. They sucked last year. They were bad. They got their young quarterback that was a top recruit, but I don't know how good he is in the game. Got a lot of transfers again. Like, legitimately their entire defense. Like, I'm not even joking. They have 3 guys coming back, apparently. Ooh, I didn't know they had, like, these. What are they? What is that supposed to be, like, the Rocky Mountains? I like Colorado and B. They sucked last year. It makes sense. Good with that. Colorado State. I'm insta throw them into S, I think, also. Let me check out their jerseys. Another bad team. Another really, really bad team. Dude, I didn't even know they had these. Dude, I kind of want to use Colorado State as my team next year. If I do it. Oh, yeah. This might be the best team. This might be the best rebuild team. Just off of those 3 jerseys, they are number 1 right now, I think. Yo, I did not know I forgot about this jersey. This might be the best school to use. It's not a lot of options either, but with the few options they had, bangers. UConn up next. UConn's weird. Independent school, right? They lost Joey. They lost Skylar Bell. Jim Mora is not the head coach at UConn anymore. Jim Mora is the head coach of Colorado State. I don't know what to do with UConn. I honestly don't really know what to do with UConn. I think I'm going to put him in B. The fun part about independent is you can almost custom make your schedule completely, right? Because you don't have to worry about a conference schedule. And then eventually you could move yourself into a conference. I think B's fine. Next, Delaware. So Delaware was new last year. So the new hype may be a little bit dead with Delaware. I want to say Delaware usually has had, I kind of really like these. Yeah, Delaware's jersey scheme in color scheme is very nice, very clean. Obviously the new factor is not there anymore. They don't have a lot of jerseys, but I do like their jerseys. I think it's decent enough. I'll go A. I'm okay with A. Maybe like even top of B. I'll go top of B for now. I like top of B for them. ACC champions, Duke. Duke's gonna be a rebuild. Them winning the ACC is so funny. They lost Mensa, right, to some shenanigans. Duke's gonna probably rank pretty high, despite them being the defending ACC champions. But they have some nice jerseys. These are clean. These are very, very clean. So, yeah. I think it's going to be a bit of a rebuild, so I like them right next to Boise State. They did just win the ACC. Oh, yeah. Dude, as a sim team, they're so good. They're in the playoffs every year as a sim team. I forgot how good they were in sim. Yeah, C. I'm going to go with C. If you're sim, don't use them in sim. ECU, they were pretty decent last year. They have a great color scheme. One of the best color schemes in the game. I think you have to put them in A. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to put them in A. Potentially convince me into S. We're doing it. S tier. It's still going to be hard to win. I said this last year with USF, and we went to the playoffs year one, though. So, I don't know. This might be a hot take. For some. Or you guys are going to be on board with me. Eastern Michigan is going to be an F tier for me. And it's one reason and one reason only. I hinted towards it earlier. It's the gray field. It's fucking terrible. The gray field's horrible. They're an F tier. I'm sorry. Without the field consideration, they're like up here. The gray field's horrible. FIU! The one thing that sucked about FIU when I did in College Football 25 is they didn't add the Miami Vice jerseys until like 2 months into the game. And by then, I was undefeated for 4 years, and I was done with that dynasty. I think the one knock against FIU, honestly, is their stadium isn't that great. But it is Pitbull Stadium. Well, is it still Pitbull Stadium? Dude, I thought they were going to do some cool things with Pitbull. I feel like I heard nothing about that. It was just, hey, Pitbull is a sponsor of the stadium, and that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, the blue ones too, the blue jerseys. Oh, they're an S tier. Florida Pipeline is good, but you're competing against a lot of the other Florida schools. What do we do with the Gators? I think they're going to be too easy. Even though it is a big rebuild, I think they're going to be too easy. Dare I say C tier for Florida, but I think they're going to be too easy. Stadium factor probably plays into it where the home field's going to play a lot for Florida. So I think it's not going to be a hard rebuild, even being in the SEC, even the rough years. I think it's a quick rebuild, few year rebuild. We might need to finally do that Gators. Like this stream doesn't end until we rebuild the Gators. We might need to do that stream. Yeah, great jerseys, of course. No bias there. I think they're a C tier team. I don't think that's like a crazy thing to say. Compared to Arizona State, I think they're kind of in the similar boat. Auburn's different because they're transferred. They're gonna be good. I think they're gonna be way better than you think in year one because of the transfers. Black Florida jerseys. Cursed jerseys. Fuck those jerseys. They wore them one time. They lost to Arkansas, dude. No, they are nice, though. They are nice. Most people say maybe a little biased. They should be in D, but tell me who's their quarterback this year. I don't know. It's probably going to be Tramel Jones, but Florida Atlantic. It might be S. I remember the stadium's kind of fun. The stadium is a very good look. This might be an S tier team, man. Oh, I didn't know they had these. Whoa. Yeah, solid jerseys, fun stadium. They kind of stink. They might be S tier. I don't want to put all these teams in S. East Carolina's jerseys are nice, though. Maybe top of A. Florida State, dude, funny enough with Florida State. If we're ranking Florida in C, Florida State might need to be in B. They fucking suck ass. That team is dog shit. Ashton Daniels could be a good College Football 27 QB, but that's about it. This team is dog shit. I think Florida and Florida State might need to be ranked next to each other. They're going to just recruit so well and so easily that I think we might need to move them down. It is a rebuild, but they are going to be too good, I think. Fresno State, dude, I don't even know. What do I even do with Fresno State? Fresno State is in the new Pac-12, right? I've been giving all the Pac-12 teams a bump. They're probably similar to Boise then. It all comes down to just new conference. The easiest F of all time, Georgia. Just enough discussion there. Georgia Southern, Georgia State. I usually like both of these. One of them I usually like more than the other. I can't remember which one. I think it's Georgia State I like more than Georgia Southern. Georgia State's the one that plays in the Braves old stadium too, I think. I think jersey-wise, I think State's is better than Southern's. I think I like State in A, Southern in C. Just to confirm the jerseys, I'm pretty sure I didn't really care for Southern jerseys. Oh, yeah, horrible. These are horrible. There were 3 jerseys? Dude, what are we doing? They might need to go into D for that, dude. Bottom of C, for sure. And then confirm State. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm okay with this. A for State. Bottom C for Southern. What do we do with Georgia Tech? Oh, yeah, they got Alberto Mendoza. Justice Haynes. I don't know how good Alberto Mendoza can be, but I think Justice Haynes is going to be pretty decent in the game. It'll be fun, though, but kind of like an eh. I don't know if I would use him. Hawaii, boys. Like I said, we might do a Hawaii rebuild with only Hawaii players early on stream. Twitch.tv/WheelzFL. The weird thing is, the rebuild might have gotten easier for them with Boise State leaving the Mountain West. So, like, a lot of the big Mountain West schools are gone now. They don't have a lot of jersey options, huh? They only have 3 jerseys. That feels crazy, right? Recruiting at Hawaii is tough, right, with the proximity at home stuff. They did fix it, apparently, though. So, like, the Hawaii players should actually get good proximity home to them now. I think A's fine. Big 12, Houston. They won, like, 10 games last year. Let me see what they're looking like for the year. Yeah, that is one factor for Houston that they have going for them. They got the Oilers scheme, don't they? Is that in the game? Yeah, they do have it. Yeah, that is pretty good. I think they're too easy, though. D. The Fighting Illini. Big Ten is tough, right? Big Ten's going to be a tough conference to play in no matter what, unless you're obviously one of, like, the top tier teams, really. So, Caden Hauser's their quarterback now from ECU. Oh, yeah, they do have the leather helmet throwbacks. Where do I want to put Illinois? Maybe could be convinced of B, but I think C makes sense. A lot of sense. Solid team. They were good last year. It is a tough conference they're playing in, though. So, I think C is kind of like a good spot for them. Gotta put Indiana in F. Isn't that crazy to think about, though? I gotta see where I ranked them 2 years ago. They surely were so hot, like one of the top power conference teams to use 2 years ago. Now they're an easy F tier because they're too good. That's so crazy, man. That's so crazy to think about. I had IU in B 2 years ago. Yeah, easy F tier now. What do we think about Iowa? I feel like Iowa is in the same boat as Illinois. Super mid, whatever. Iowa State. Oh, man. Iowa State's a weird one to rank, too. Throwbacks. Oh, wow. I didn't even know they had these throwbacks. Yeah, with Matt Campbell going to Penn State, like, their entire team is transfers. Somewhere around here, C or B. I think Iowa State bottom B is fine. Jacksonville State up next. I think they're kind of like over here. Not a lot of options for jerseys. I think they're fine in C. JMU is probably also D. Sun Belt Billy. I think they're D. They won 12 games last year. They're too good. So Alonzo's at UCF now, I think. I mean, I could maybe go C. They did lose a lot of players. Nah, D's fine. Kansas, C. Yeah, I'm kind of, man. New QB. They do have good jerseys. They weren't that good either. I think Kansas bottom B is fine. Compared to like Arkansas, BC, Cincy, Colorado, I think I'm okay with that. Kansas State, without like not much thought into it, C. Kennesaw State. Crazy enough, they were also a top tier rebuild team because they were new and not good in FCS ball, but they've won their conference last year. I want to say Kennesaw State's got some really nice jerseys, so yeah, clean. Clean. I like the wings on the shoulder pads. I know they won the conference last year. I might even go B. No QB at the moment. Really? Yeah, I'm okay with B for Kennesaw State. Maybe like a slight bump over the power conference schools. It's like right there. I know they won their conference last year, but I still think it could be fun. And also the jerseys. Speaking of good jerseys, Kent State. Not as bad as they were 2 years ago, I think. Because I think 2 years ago, they won like one game. Yeah, it's like a bunch of different unique looking jerseys. This is a good one. I want to say I ranked them in S last time. And they might get back in there. And stay in S. I like it. I feel like I'm putting a lot in S, but those are good teams. Kentucky. Probably right around the Arkansas area. Nick Anderson's there too. They got a lot of good transfers on it. I might move him down. They got some nice transfers. CJ Baxter, Nick Anderson. I'm gonna move him down. Mid-C. Looking at the team, I think mid-C. Liberty jerseys. All right. The helmet's throwing me off on these, but okay. Powder blues are solid usually. And maybe B. Bottom B. Nah, I'm okay with C. The Raging Cajuns. The jerseys aren't blowing me away on these. I'm not like really blown away by I think they go C. Yeah, I wasn't UL Monroe's got the yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even know they use them as their like main helmets. Those are sick. Those helmets are sick. Dude, what? Yeah. I had to put so many teams in S tier, but I think those jerseys are cool, man. I'm considering moving FIU down, but Miami Vice jerseys carrying, man. Maybe Coastal down to A. Louisiana Tech. I think they also have some decent jerseys. Obviously, at Louisiana, you're competing against like LSU for recruits. Ooh, these are some nice jerseys. Yeah, I think I kind of like them in B. If it's a new conference, well, I'm gonna put Louisiana Tech in A. I think I'm gonna put Louisville in D. I like that. They could be fun, but probably not super tough. LSU, easy F. Maryland. Ooh, Maryland get rid of a bunch of their big other jerseys, like the Maryland flag ones. Ew, what the hell is this? It's bright yellow piss colored jersey. That's crazy. Yeah, they also have a really good quarterback. So they are solidly in this tier for sure. I think easily. Marshall. I'd say Marshall's always got, I mean, the color, the green that they use is pretty nice. Black jerseys, green jerseys. Maybe A. I could go A with Marshall. Bottom A. UMass is weird. I've been to their stadium. That stadium is garbage. I think their jerseys are kind of like a big whatever, too, if I remember. Black jerseys are fine. Garbage stadium. They did go 0-12. The jerseys aren't great. The stadium is whatever. I think they only could go into A for me. It went 0-12. So if you're looking for a rebuild school, it's probably UMass. Memphis. I'm surprised they didn't go to like Pac-12. I want to put Memphis in B. They have some of the best jerseys in the game. So I want to put them in B. You could maybe convince me A because of these jerseys, but I think the Memphis rebuild's kind of easy. Pretty good, like, non-power conference team. I really like the tiger stripe jerseys. B tier Memphis. Okay, Miami. F. Fuck him. Miami of Ohio. Interesting. They got some nice jerseys. I think they won half of their games last year. They're good in their conference. Outside of the conference, kind of whatever. I kind of want to put them just, like, right here. Bottom C. It's kind of what I think of it. Michigan, F, too easy. Especially, like, good quarterback and all that, too. But it's too easy of a rebuild. Michigan State's probably a D. They did lose Nick Marsh. Maybe they could maybe move up. Yeah, let's go C. Let's go C with Michigan State. Correct me if I'm wrong. Middle Tennessee was ranked fairly high last time we did this, too. So let's just take a quick look back. See what's good. Yeah, they're fine. Not as crazy as I thought. It's a good color scheme, though, right? The blue is a solid color scheme. Let's go. They are bad. I think they're an okay B tier team. Minnesota. They've been decent in the years, but obviously, like, it's hard. Big Ten is hard, man. I guess, like, C is probably the most logical place. They got some nice looking jerseys. I know that. I don't think there's going to be many arguments there, I think. Ole Miss is F. They're going to be too good year one with Trinidad. Bottom B for Minnesota. Minnesota actually could be a lot of fun. Mississippi State's probably right next to Arkansas. Michigan State. Mississippi State got the black jerseys. Yeah. That's it. They're big whatever. I'm moving them down. Mizzou. Ooh. Ahmad Hardy's there. One of the best backs in the country. At least bottom D. At least bottom D. Some good players. I don't know how good Austin Smith is going to be in the game, but Missouri State. They were okay year one. I like their jerseys a little bit more than these guys, so. Navy, very good last year. They almost have to be in C. Doesn't matter how good they were in years past. Like, it's still, they lost a lot of players, Navy. Oh, the Jolly Roger helmet is kind of cool. No, I think I'm good with both in B. Nebraska. Anthony Calandria is the quarterback of Nebraska. Oh, man. Jeez. They're probably C. Yeah, obviously no more Patrick Mahomes there. He's chose to be a backup at Oregon. I might be good with C. Or like next to Minnesota. Actually might not be a bad idea. If you guys like B. You guys like B? Yeah, B's fine, I guess. It's like the Big Ten factor. It's like, even if they're like okay, like a mid-team, like they're not going to win the Big Ten. Is Nevada an S tier team? They're okay. They don't move me all that much. They're at least A, right? New Mexico, I think pretty good last year. And their ops are gone. Boise State's gone. They might be a little bit too good, but they do have nice jerseys. They have fun, unique jerseys. That always gets big points for me. Oh, they got a lot of them, actually. They got a lot more than I thought. I ranked Hawaii in A. I actually kind of like these New Mexico jerseys. I might put them in A. They're good, but it's still got to be hard to recruit to New Mexico. The Lobos in A tier. New Mexico State. Diego Pavia. They're fine. I think these are fine. Not bad. Probably top B. UNC is like, I don't even know. Billy Edwards Jr. is their quarterback. Dude, what is happening here? The color scheme is just really nice, right? With UNC. It's like jerseys are solid. They were. Oh, but that's it, though, huh? C, I think it's like bottom C. Like, they feel pretty similar to all these other top-tier conferences and, like, maybe slightly a step down. Dark horse Heisman candidate, CJ Bailey. I think they got to be D. My dark horse Heisman candidate, CJ Bailey. That guy's a beast. Here we go, guys. Brand new school, North Dakota State. So, from my understanding, the Fargo Dome is not in the game. But the stadium they do have in the game looks like it. They got to rank high. I think we got to give them new school boost, like new to the game boost. They're probably just gonna be an S tier. They have nice looking jerseys. Let me pull them up. I think they are going to be a very, very popular school that people use. I almost want to rank them in A, just because like if they add the Fargo Dome next year, then it's like, boom, S tier. Their pipelines aren't going to be that great. North Texas. I think North Texas is at least insta A, maybe even S. They lost a lot of guys. Yeah, North Texas lost everybody to Oklahoma State, including their coach. But these jerseys, they got some solid jerseys. I think they're S tier, man. It's a good green, too. It's a nice looking green. Yeah, maybe, we'll put them next to North Dakota State. I like that. NIU is now in the Mountain West, because that makes so much sense. Do we give them a new conference boost? I don't know. They're just going to the Mountain West. Bottom B. New conference, and they were bad last year. And, like, jerseys are fine. Northwestern. New stadium. Yes, that is true. Yeah, I forgot about that. New stadium for Northwestern. I personally like the purple. Oh, I forgot about these, too. New stadium. Hopefully, is that in the game confirmed? I mean, if new stadium confirmed, B. Notre Dame. F. Too easy. Ohio. I want to say last time I did this, they had some really, really good jerseys. Ooh, some uniqueness here. Definitely some uniqueness. Obviously, a tough, recruiting in Ohio. I think Ohio, I'm going to throw them in B for now. Yeah, everyone's got. Let's go A. All right, Ohio State, F. Oklahoma, F. Oklahoma State's a weird one because, like, based off of last year, you would think there'd be a higher end Power 5 school rebuild, but all the good players from North Texas is at Oklahoma State now. I think they're D. I think Messmaker's just going to be good. I'll rank him higher in the D tier, but I don't think I could rank him higher than D. Old Dominion. Old Dominion's going to go in A. Very, very nice jerseys in the game. Old Dominion jerseys is going to carry here. I just like the color scheme. I like their jerseys. I mean, Kennesaw State's down here, and they won their conference. They're probably pretty similar, right? Good last year, good jerseys, higher end B. Old Dominion's nice though. I've thought about using Old Dominion a few times now, last few years, because I like the color scheme. Oregon, obviously F. Oregon State though, obviously Pac-12 is back. They didn't leave. They were one of the 2 schools that didn't leave the Pac-12, but the Pac-12 is actually back now. Malik Murphy is fine in Dynasty, but that's about it. That's about all they have. I like them in C. What do we do with Penn State? Penn State feels like a D. They lost a lot of guys, right? Bottom D. I think it's still like probably a bit of an easier one. Pitt up next. I'm gonna go bottom C for now for Pitt. They got good color scheme too. The color scheme carries a little bit here. Pitt's a weird one. I could be convinced of D. Purdue. This is where I consider my first A tier power school. Is there any reason why I shouldn't put him in A? I don't think so, right? I don't think there's any reason why I wouldn't put him in A. I mean, that's like a daunting rebuild. Horrible team and probably the best conference. Name a player on that team. Exactly. Yeah, I think Purdue's an A, man. I might put him top A. Rice? Yeah, I was thinking B off the rip too for Rice. It's fine. Good. Solid color scheme. Not a lot of jersey options. I'd throw bottom B. I'm okay with that. Rutgers. One thing with Rutgers that has going for him is you have KJ Duff. Yeah, Antoine Raymond and KJ Duff is good. Bottom C. Remember when they fired me after multiple top 10 recruiting classes? That was AIDS. I think I'm good with that. The other new school, Sacramento State. Now, if they had their head coach, oh my God. Colorado might actually move up a tier. They have the go-go offense. Because Sacramento State's head coach is now the OC at Colorado. I'm gonna at least move him up within the tier. I forgot they have go-go offense now. I'm putting Colorado in A. Just because of the go-go offense, we're putting Colorado in A. I think we go at least B for Sacramento State. Although new school, we could put him in S. Or A. I mean, they ain't bad. They ain't bad. Should we give him the same new school boost as North Dakota State? S tier for new school in the game? I think I'm okay with that. Sacramento State S tier, new school. The new school buff. Is Sam Houston S tier? I think their jerseys got worse, right? Yeah, not moved. It is a big rebuild, but I'm just like not moved. I'll go top at B. San Diego State. I love San Diego State's jerseys. San Diego State's in the Pac-12. I think we can put them in A. Pretty much as good as New Mexico last year. So I like San Diego State up here in A. Again, new conference buff too. San Jose State. I want to say San Jose State ranked fairly high for me last time we did this too. Like I believe they have some pretty nice looking jerseys. Got the yellow here, the grays here, the black jerseys here. San Jose State I think is an S. SMU, ACC. Jerseys are good too. They have really good jerseys, so that's already a positive, but I'm just trying to make sure they're not too good. We still got Kevin Jennings, who's pretty good, I want to say, in Dynasty usually. Yeah, I think I'm good with SMU and D tier. Probably honestly at the bottom. South Alabama, they were pretty bad. South Alabama, jersey-wise, they're fine. They're nothing crazy. B is fine for them, I think. South Carolina is probably here just because of Norris and Nick Harbor and all that. So USF. Oh man, this would have been maybe a better year for USF for me to do a dynasty on than this past year. Good jerseys. I ranked it fairly high before. I think I'm gonna rank it fairly high again. It is a good color scheme, good, solid looking jerseys. And at least this time, they're going to be very, very bad. I go A for USF. Southern Miss. I'm kind of thinking C for Southern Miss. Does the jerseys move me in any way? I want to say no. C. Maybe even D. Right around the whatever jerseys tier. What do we do with Stanford? ACC Stanford, at least B, right? They feel like in this tier right here. BC's here. I think Stanford's like right by them too. Syracuse also has to at least be B. They feel similar to BC also. These three are all in the same conference, all feel similar. TCU. I forgot. They lost their QB to Indiana. I might be okay put them in B. B feels high. And I definitely like, I don't hate you guys saying B for them at all. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. Is this Temple? I think this is Temple. I don't think there's much to like about Temple. I gave them a lot of shit last time I ranked it because they played in an NFL stadium. But in the end, I was like, it actually doesn't look that bad. They're just kind of like such a whatever school to me that they're probably just right here. I mean, am I missing anything with Temple? I don't think so. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just fine. Tennessee, F. Maybe D? No, F, right? I was just now thinking. I was like, who is their QB right now? Faison Brandon? Maybe F. Maybe D. A&M, also F. Texas State. I want to say Texas State's got some nice jerseys. Yeah. These. Ooh. They're kind of nice. I kind of like them right there. I don't know if they make it quite into S. New conference, though. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Texas Tech. Are they F? Is Texas Tech F? They gotta be still, right? They might sneak into D now. Who the hell is QB in Texas Tech now? Despite losing some guys on defense are gonna be good. But you can maybe convince me bottom D. I'll just throw them bottom D. Toledo, I'm thinking B for Toledo. I think in the past I've ranked Toledo higher because of their jerseys. Oh, man. They might sneak into S. Right next to Ohio. I like it. Troy. I want to insta send him to like bottom C or D. Fun with Troy is going to be moving him up a conference, I think, to the SEC. Like year one's going to be solid. I'll go D. I think they're like JMU. Tulane up next. Tulane is a fun one. The Green Wave. They always just get a bump for me, even though they're so good. It's just they're great jerseys, man. They got some great jerseys. I think they're probably like right next to Boise State because they're just good. Although head coach is at Florida now. Simons is there. I think C. Just because of the jerseys. Tulsa is probably going to be A. I like Tulsa, like, kind of like in the FAU level. UAB. UAB's got, like, crazy-looking jerseys, I want to say. Right? I think they have a bunch of unique jerseys. It's a matter of if you like them or not, because these are, like, weird as hell. I don't know if I like them. But it is, like, unique options, which is always fun. Next to Tulsa. I think they're similar levels anyways. UCF is probably a D. Alonzo's at UCF now. The Florida Pipelines, they're going to be decent in a Power 5 conference. They weren't great last year, but they got to get QB year one. So they're probably like similar levels here. UCLA is also probably a D. Good QB, which is crazy to say about Nico now, but he was pretty good. He was pretty good last year. After they fired their coach, he's pretty solid. UNLV with Dan Mullen. The other guys being gone. Boise State, San Diego State, Fresno State, all being gone from the conference. UNLV jerseys are fine. I'm between C and D here. C. USC F, too good. Utah D? Like, coach is gone from Utah. Dampier should be good in the game. I think we'll put it F. All right, Utah State. Yes, Utah State's the last team that's moved to the Pac-12 on this tier list. Got black jerseys, got those jerseys. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a whatever. New conference buff. You keep saying, but I think they're just C. They're just like, they're not that interesting to me. UTEP, I believe, has also swapped conferences, by the way. I think they're in the Mountain West now. UTEP's got like the weird looking stadium too. I kind of like UTEP Stadium. Like in the mountain. It's kind of cool. They are the Miners, and I don't know if I want to be like that. No, I think they're like probably around here. B level rebuild. Maybe even higher, honestly. They're like not great. They are bad, though. I'll put them in A. They are bad. UTSA, let's go. It's probably similar to Memphis. They got decent jerseys. Let's go, yeah. Let's go right next to Memphis for UTSA. They've been good in the past, but not... I mean, they've been okay recently, I think. What do we do with Vandy now? I think Vandy is probably still going to be like... Where do we put, like... I mean, we put Mizzou in D. Vandy, to me, is like probably around Kentucky level. With them losing Pavi and stuff. They're going to be a tough rebuild again. Probably like right here. They also do have a big 5-star recruit that came in that could be decent. It's like more of an unknown. Maybe we'll go down to like bottom seed. Just because he's like an unknown. I don't know how good he's going to be in the game. What did they rank like hot top-end recruits in the past? Like what did they have Underwood in the game last year? 82? No, okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with where I ranked them then. Virginia. It's weird because like the ACC is like so like all over the place. Because like Duke won the conference last year. I don't even know what to do with Virginia, man. I'll go C for Virginia. Virginia Tech. So, a lot of transfers from Penn State. It is a cool entrance. Enter Sandman. Yeah. If Enter Sandman's still in the game, I mean, I'd argue they might even just be an A. Is it crazy to put Virginia Tech in A? Enter Sandman might carry. I don't know if we can put him that high. I know they got a bunch of transfers and like all like the Penn State recruits, but it's still, they were still pretty bad. Wake Forest. Wake was okay last year. I say Wake's in C. E or F for Washington. They have one of the best QBs in the game. Solid pipelines. The thing is, like, there are better schools in the Big Ten, but I think DeMond's just going to be too good, so we got to put him in F. You could arguably keep DeMond for 2 years. He's only a junior. Washington State, I'm going to put him slightly under Oregon State, I think. I think bottom is C. Oh, Tank Hawkins is at Washington State now? Damn. Yeah, I think C is fine for them. West Virginia. Are they also C? Kind of what I'm thinking off the rip here. Oh, Michael Hawk is their QB now? I like their jerseys a lot. With like the grays, and then they have don't they have like the charcoal, the coal ones now? The coal rush jerseys. Kind of cool. I didn't even know they had these throwbacks. Yeah, I think right into C or B, like right by Nebraska. Western Kentucky, I'm probably just gonna throw right around like Kennesaw State or Jacksonville State. Kennesaw State I actually rank pretty high. They do add the mascot. If you like the mascot. Ooh, okay. Those are nice. Yeah, I think, where did I put him? Where did I put Western Kentucky? I'll go C. Western, they're probably here. Ohio ranked higher. Toledo's higher. Nah, okay. Yeah, I kind of, yeah. I want to say Western Michigan has some nice jerseys, too. Wisconsin. What the hell do we do with Wisconsin? Probably next to Michigan State. They kind of feel like in a similar tier with each other. B, yeah, I can see them close to Minnesota too. Their team is something. I like them in B. And then finally, last team, Wyoming. Wyoming's gonna go pretty high for me, I think. Yeah, these are cool with the mountains on the shoulder pads. I think that's kind of cool. I didn't even know they had black jerseys. Not a lot of options though, but they're bad. I don't know. I don't necessarily hate them being A, bottom A. There we go. We've got through all 136 teams. I think that's what it is. This is what we're ranking them. I don't necessarily hate this ranking. Obviously, like, it is subjective, the rankings, right? It's like, it's kind of just how I feel about these teams for dynasty purposes, which is like, how difficult is a rebuild? How fun is that rebuild going to be? Jerseys, stadiums, like a lot of different factors. So like some of you guys might move them otherwise. Like, you know, somebody earlier was saying I should move Army way down. But it's like, yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just use whatever team you want to use. Have fun with the game. I'm excited for college football 27. Would we change any of these? I think I'm pretty good with this. Is there anything that's like egregious? I don't think so. I think this is fine. I think it all makes sense. To me, anyways, it makes sense. So if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel. College football, very soon. We're going to be on the grind again. Come to Twitch stream soon. We did this live, twitch.tv/WheelzFL. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. Maybe more tier lists. YouTube recommends that you watch these videos next. See you in the next one.